just woke up and came downstairs to see what Tinkle got into, and you're never gonna believe where I found her today. Are you ready? Here we go. I don't know how she gets herself into these things, how she just can't come and visit us. She makes a mess. She gets herself tangled up. Oh. Well, boys and girls, I loved seeing all of your elf pictures, and that's how we're gonna start our day. Check out all the elves that are visiting NACA. You wanna tell everybody good morning, Gary? Good morning, Gary. Check this out. Those elves at NACA? Thank you again for sharing. But today isn't Wednesday, it's Friday. So always good to celebrate a Friday. Today is Friday, December 11th. Can you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Tegan. That was wonderful. Boys and girls, remember, if you want to do the Pledge of Allegiance, make sure you go to the NACA Student and Organization, Parent and Student Organization, and you can submit your form and your video. Well, today's National Day. And 5 years ago, this National Day didn't even exist. Actually, even 3 years ago was its very first day. And it is something, especially at NACA, that we use often. Happy National App Day. There was a time when I thought an app only meant appetizer. Who would have known how important app really meant? Like right now, I wish I had an app that I could freeze Gary. I don't know how he does it, boys and girls. Every time I do the announcements, he starts going crazy. He must be so excited to see you. But we don't have an app for that. But what I was wondering, what is your favorite app? Or what kind of app would you make? Think about that. If you can make an app, what would you make it? Would it be something for you to play, or would it be something to help people? That's the most amazing things about our iPads and technology and apps, and really what we talked about in our Wonderopolis last week about how technology has helped people. There are so many apps that have been so helpful in our daily lives. So that is our Wonderopolis today. How do you make an app? I would love to learn what kind of app you would make and how you would make it. So if you are thinking about that, send me an email, send me a video. I would love to feature you. We have a ton of school announcements, which is pretty awesome ones, I might say myself. I want to thank all of the teachers and the staff and everyone with their help for consumable pickup. We had just about 1,100 students come and pick up their materials for consumable pickup on Wednesday. Check out these teachers out there bearing the cold to make sure that you get your materials. Thanks, guys. If you were not able to pick up on Wednesday, the material is available at McKnight today, Monday, and Tuesday of next week from 9 to 3 p.m. If you need any other accommodations, please send me an email and I will make sure you get your materials. One other really great positive of that day, I gotta tell you, boys and girls, I was sore on Thursday because I walked 25,000 steps. What it told me is that I'm not walking enough. So that was definitely a positive, but the bigger positive of everything was how generous all of you are with our NACA toy drive. I'm gonna be sending you guys some pictures next week and featuring it, but thank you for all of your donations. We are gonna get those donated next week. This week started our second rotation of clubs. And if you've checked out the student and family organization and go to our in-school clubs, you will see it is much easier to sign up. So check out this picture. When you do go into that organization and go to in-school clubs, you will just click on that link. That will take you right to your page for your class. You will find your homeroom and then the link for the Google Meet. We hope that you guys participate. Our amazing special area teams, Mrs. Mrazek, they have been working hard to make sure you have some fun during those club times. Speaking of fun, I thought it was time for another Spirit Week. So, the week of, it's just 3 days, the week before our holiday break, we have December 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. Monday is a wear your pajamas to school day. It's gonna be our Polar Express Day. Even you 5th graders are gonna celebrate, so that's coming your way. Tuesday is Grinch Day. Wear green, but we are really gonna be looking for all those acts of kindness to shrink that Grinch's heart. And Wednesday is red and green, or your favorite ugly sweater. So we'll be doing some fun things on those days school-wide, but here is a reminder for those days. As well as we want to see your picture. So there'll be a Padlet, which is linked on there, which will also be on the website, on Facebook. It'll be on the NACA organization page where you can upload your pictures. Well, this is also a very, we just started a very important holiday, but we've been talking about all of our holidays that all of you celebrate around the world. Oh, Gary's gonna celebrate with a squeaker toy now. Our first holiday that just came on December 6th was St. Nicholas Day. Check out this video from Elise. She created a video to teach us about it and how she celebrates the holiday.
My name is Elise, and today I'm going to be telling you a holiday my family and other people celebrate, St. Nicholas Day. Let's get started. St. Nicholas Day is on December 6th. It is celebrated because some people were poor and there was a man named Nicholas. He realized that some people needed more stuff and he put toys or candy in their shoes. But when Nicholas died, that is when Santa started to come. Since St. Nicholas died, Santa comes on December 6th, and he also comes on December 25th when people put their shoes out. But now some people uses stockings. This is what it looks like when you use stockings and shoes. You put your shoe on the front deck of your house. This is what it looks like when they're in the front deck of my house. Or in my house in the front. You can put your stockings on the fireplace. Some people may hang theirs on their stairs or other places. We have more than one stocking, so me and my sister each have the ones and my parents have the other ones on the wall. So we usually hang ours in different places because we have more than one. St. Nicholas Day is a kind of like Christmas, but it's not. That's what a lot of people do on St. Nicholas Day.
Another special holiday started yesterday, and that is Hanukkah. Sadie and her mom created this video to tell us all about the special holiday.
Oh, Sadie.
Oh. Hi, my name is Sadie West, and I celebrate Hanukkah.
And I'm her mom, and I'm helping her because today we wanted to share a little bit with you about
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah. So, Sadie, what is Hanukkah?
Hanukkah is a special holiday we celebrate for Jews and the Maccabees.
Oh, do you want to tell everybody the story of Hanukkah?
Yeah.
Okay, so these guys, the Maccabees,
were Jews, and this mean king,
his name was Antiochus.
Antiochus was mean and said, "We all have to be the same."
You mean they had to be the same religion?
Yes.
Oh, that's not good.
Which we should.
So what did the Maccabees do when they said you have to be the same?
They fought and they won.
Now, were the Maccabees a huge group of people?
No, they were like 8.
They were a tiny little group of people, right?
But when
they went back, they had a special place called a temple, right? Which is like a
church. But instead of a church, you call it a temple. And when they got to the temple, it was destroyed.
So they spent a lot of time cleaning it up, right?
And there was only a little bit of oil.
Oh, so what Sadie wants to tell you about is there's a special light in a temple that you light to represent that God is always there. And when the Maccabees went to light that candle, they only had enough oil for how long?
1 day.
And how long would it take to get more oil? 8
days.
8 days and nights, and the oil lasted
8 nights.
the whole time, and it was a miracle, and that's the miracle that we celebrate on Hanukkah. So since the oil lasted in the candle in the temple for 8 days and 8 nights, we celebrate Hanukkah for 8 days and 8 nights, and we use candles in a very special something to celebrate the holiday. Sadie, would you like to show them what that special something is?
It's called a menorah.
It's called a menorah, and Sadie has candles in hers, but I have a couple of other examples to show you. So this is also a menorah, and you can see that the menorah has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But then there's a ninth spot.
Candle, because that's called the shamus, and you light that one, and it lights all the other candles.
So Sadie wanted you guys to see what a Hanukkah menorah looks like when it's lit. I'm going to give you a little fair warning. Sometimes Hanukkah candles are a little tricky and they don't like to get lit. So if we don't get them all lit, it's not a big deal. But we would use the shamus, like Sadie said. It's the helper candle. And then we light them from left to right. And each night of Hanukkah, we add another candle. So on the first night of Hanukkah, there's the shamus and 1 candle. And then on the second night of Hanukkah, there's the shamus and 2 other candles until we have the entire menorah filled. And we would traditionally say a blessing in Hebrew when we lit the candles. And you want to try and get that one over there one more time and see? And then we would let the candles burn out all the way. And as you can see, they burn really quickly. So it only takes about 30 minutes for them to burn out. And
whoa, this one has a double lit.
And so now you can see what a menorah would look like all lit up. Some other traditions about Hanukkah are that we eat foods that are fried in
oil.
So that means lots of donuts.
Nuts.
And
latkes.
Potato latkes that are like hash browns. Some families also get these. What are these, Sadie?
Gelt. They're chocolate, just wrapped in gold foil.
So something else that we do during Hanukkah is we play a game called dreidel.
Dreidel.
And there are letters on the dreidel that tell you what to do when you play the game. So if you spin it and it lands on one letter, you put some money into the pot. And if it lands on another letter, you take the money out of the pot. But the interesting thing about these letters is that they stand for, in Hebrew, the sentence, "A great miracle happened there." And there meaning Israel. So this is a dreidel that was made in America. And if you'll see this letter right here that looks a little bit like a W, it's called a shin. And this dreidel was made in Israel. And instead of a shin, it has this letter called a pei, because the dreidels in Israel stand for a great miracle happened here, because that's where the miracle happened. So those are a few things about Hanukkah, and we're excited to share with you. And anything else, Sadie?
Nope.
Happy Hanukkah.
Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel.
I made it out of clay.
Thank you, Sadie and Sadie's mom. That was wonderful. I learned so much about Hanukkah. Alice and Emma also light the menorah for all 8 nights of Hanukkah. And Harley in 5th grade also celebrates Hanukkah. Thank you guys all for sharing and teaching us about Hanukkah. I also want to give a special congratulations to Mrs. Hutton. She became a grandma 1 week ago. Check out this sweet little baby. Last night was an amazing Good Night Naka. Mrs. Twidwell and her kids read A Wish to Be a Christmas Tree. So if you missed it, make sure you go and check that out. And Ben is giving us a fantastic book review.
Hi, my name is Ben. I recommend Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the 3rd book, because it has lots of twists and turns. It tells lots of information about the characters, and it has suspenseful, and it is a super good book. I would recommend you should pick this book out someday. And just so you know, I'm a Slytherin.
Ben, thank you. You are motivating me to read Harry Potter. Thank you. And our joke of the week comes from Rebecca in 5th grade. What did the science book say to the math book? Wow, you got a lot of problems. Well, boys and girls, we're not going to have our community meeting today, but it's still important that we are remembering, recognizing our emotions. So remember, recognizing our emotions helps us to regulate ourselves so that we can act, stop, act, and think when our emotions, when we're maybe really scared, really happy, really worried. It helps us recognize emotions in other people so we can be better friends. We're going to continue to learn about that next week. Well, I also want to highlight a couple students in classes as I've had the opportunity to go and visit. Mr. Gary, you're making me crazy. This is one of Gary's favorite toys. It's his bus, but this bus is really, really loud. But I have loved coming into all the kindergarten and 1st grade classes, and I will, if I have not been to your class, I will be there next week or the following week. But you guys have been such wonderful audiences, so thank you for that. I've been into a couple classes to watch you guys learn and work together, which I've really, really enjoyed. I want to give a shout out to Mrs. Danko's class. Check out this picture. They performed a play yesterday and did a phenomenal job. Mrs. Banka's class worked together in breakout rooms, really collaborating and really keeping each other responsible to be active participants. And I would like to leave you, Naka, with this piece from Mason in 4th grade to help us get into the holiday season. Bye, Naka. Gary, you can tell them bye. Say bye.
Bye.